Okay, so today's topic is called family constellation. It's a very interesting topic because it relates to family and family members. Okay, it also relates to family that is passed over, that means your ancestors. So that is why it's a complete family system. The whole constellation work is to do with your family and your parents, your siblings, your relatives, and your ancestors. And so it's called the playground of ancestral energy. So I'm going to do a couple of exercises with everybody. So I need you all to have maybe a sheet of paper and a pen. So I'm giving you about 2-3 minutes. If you don't have a sheet of paper and pen, please go and get it. So please have a sheet of paper and pen with you. So if you don't have it, please go and get it so that you can do the exercises also. Okay, let's make it a more practical session for people to understand what this work is all about. So everybody has paper and pen? Hai sabke paas? All right, great, wonderful. All right. Now, I'm asking you a question. Do you think generation gap is for real? हम हमेशा जनरेशन गैप के बारे में बात करते हैं. क्या आपको लगता है कि जनरेशन गैप होता है या नहीं होता है? So anybody who wants to tell me can just raise their hand and I'm going to ask you the question. So I'm going to just look at the participants. If you've raised your hand, I will ask, okay, so yes, please. I'm sorry. Yes, Shri Lakshmi. Do you think there is a generation gap?
I feel it's generation gap between me and my parents, my grandmother are. But one thing I have a little doubt. Those some of my cousins are very their daughter. They are my cousins only are 2 months, 3 months old. I'm a little bit confused about that also. They are my gender, according to relationship, they are my generation, but they are the age of my kids' age. That kind of relationship, conflicting understanding.
All right. So you feel that there is a gap.
Yeah.
All right. Manika, what do you think? Is there a generation gap?
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
So, ma'am, I think generation gap as such does not exist. I mean, because when I see in my family, between my, so we have 4 generations right now present. And there is literally no gap in any of the generations. I mean, all of us understand each other so well. There is absolute cooperation, coordination, very good understanding. So, and everybody understands, okay, that, if, as times change, this is how it should be.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
So it is about the changing time. So if everybody understands that this is the need.
Yeah, go on, Manika.
So, and when people don't understand the need of the time, that what is the time right now, and this is the need of the time, that's when the generation gap actually plays its role. Because people are living in the past. And they want things their way.
Very good, Manika. Excellent. Manika has really hit the nail on the head that there is no generation gap if you understand each other from where they are coming, right? It's just like, when you work in an office or in a factory or a company, or even when people come for training, let's say, people are coming from different parts of India or from the world. And when they start talking about their pain or trauma or difficulty that they're going through, you realize that there is no gap between what that person is feeling and what you may have felt in the past or even now. So trauma, pain, actually binds you together. Have you noticed that, friends? That trauma and pain have a common thread that binds people living in different parts of the world, in different communities, in different socio-economic strata. So pain, trauma has a way of binding people together. And that's the time you realize that there is no gap. Similarly, if you are in sync with whatever troubles are going on with your family members, whether they are years younger to you or years older to you, you will realize that there is no gap. So there is nothing like a generation gap, because it is said everything is in everything. हर चीज किसी और चीज में है. It's like when you mix water and water, it is water, right? आप ये नहीं कहेंगे कि ये तालाब का पानी मैंने इसमें मिक्स किया, you will say पानी है. So the key is, if you understand that everything is in everything, then there cannot be a gap. I want you to do an exercise, okay? So I want you to draw 3 columns. अपने पेपर पे ड्रॉ करिए, 3 columns ड्रॉ करिए. फर्स्ट कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए मदर, सेकंड कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए मैं माने आई, एंड थर्ड कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए फादर. सो फर्स्ट कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए मदर, सेकंड कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए मैं, और थर्ड कॉलम के ऊपर लिखिए मदर, फादर, सॉरी मदर, मैं और फादर, या व्हाटएवर, फादर, मैं और मदर. लिखा सबने? ओके. अब जो फर्स्ट कॉलम है, which is belonging to one of your parents, either father or mother, जो आपने लिखा है, write 3 qualities that they possess. Now please don't mark on the slide, please. Write 3 qualities that they possess. कोई भी 3 qualities जो वो possess करते हैं या उनके अंदर है, वो लिखिए. पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव, जो भी आप लिख सकते हैं, लिखिए. या हम ये कर सकते हैं, राइट 3 क्वालिटीज विच आर पॉजिटिव एंड 3 क्वालिटीज यू कंसिडर नेगेटिव, जो आपको पसंद नहीं है. तीन क्वालिटीज पॉजिटिव जो आपको पसंद है अपने माँ में, और 3 क्वालिटीज नेगेटिव जो आपको नहीं पसंद है. राइट इट. आई के अंदर कुछ लिखना नहीं है, मैं के अंदर उस कॉलम को खाली रखिए. और जो थर्ड कॉलम है विच इज टू डू विथ योर फादर, वहां पे भी write 3 qualities which are positive and 3 qualities which are not very positive. नेगेटिव शब्द का इस्तेमाल मैं ज्यादा करती नहीं हूँ, इसीलिए. So 3 qualities that are not too positive and 3 qualities which are positive, write it.
I had written it. Should I tell?
No, hold on. Let people write. Let people finish writing. You've got 100 people today. Thank you so much for this excitement that you all are showing. It's wonderful. I'm glad that you still want to continue learning more and more things. Achhi baat hai. Okay.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Hanji, Rahul.
The qualities will be all pertaining to what we think of our parents to be.
Yes.
No? I mean, it'll be very, connected with us, what our feelings.
Yes, absolutely. So not only a very subjective feeling, Rahul, like objectively also you can write, right? You've seen your parents as you've grown up, right? So obviously it's your view of your parents. No, not that somebody has said this to me regarding my parents. Not that. Correct? आपके खुद का experience आपको लिखना है. Rahul. Got it?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
खुद का. What is your perception of your parents, obviously? Your sister or your aunt may have a different opinion of your father or mother. That's not what we are interested in. Okay, so once you have written one column for your mother and the last column for your father, now look at the qualities. Please look at the qualities of your parents that you have written, father or mother ki sabhi qualities dekhiye. And now tick mark in your column, I के column के अंदर आप tick mark करिए those qualities that you possess, either from your father or from your mother. Tick mark करिए. Suppose your father is angry. Do you possess that quality? If it's yes, tick mark. आपने लिखा है that your mom is a very generous and kind person. If you are the same, tick mark. And once you tick mark, I want you to notice, do you have many of these qualities of your parents? Tick mark करिए, देखिए. How many ticks are you getting? Anybody can tell me how many ticks have you
Almost
got?
all. Almost all.
Almost all. Okay.
All of it.
90%, ma'am.
90% of it, right?
Same, almost all, ma.
Yes, yes. Very
Same
good.
here, ma'am.
Three.
Almost 90% from both the
90%.
sides.
Ma'am,
Yeah, yeah.
Only 3.
it actually,
Okay, okay.
I mean, I don't exist. I'm only my parents.
Very good. So everything is in everything, right?
Yes.
हम जो सोचते हैं कि हम दूसरों से अलग है, that we are separate from others, especially from our parents. Many people tell me that they don't want to be like their parents when they grow up. They say, I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to be like my father. And invariable, if you do this exercise, you realize that you're just like who they are or were. That means they live through us. Now, do you agree that? They
Yes,
are,
ma'am.
they continue to live in us. That
Yes,
means
ma'am.
in no way are we separate from them. And in no way are they separate from us. Okay? Now, if you do
Ma'am,
your,
could it be
Rahul.
Could it be that we are superimposing our qualities on our parents?
We are superimposing our qualities on our, no, better. The qualities of your parents are inherently present in you. Not that you said, okay, I'm going to choose this and not that of my parents. Did you decide that?
No, ma'am. I was just wondering because are we seeing from a lens, because having the similar traits that we are actually kind of, tend to gravitate towards those traits and we just view them.
So I don't know what that means, Rahul. What I want to say is that as we continue to grow up, inherently, unconsciously, we became like them.
Okay.
Now, did you ever think that my dad had a certain quality and I don't want that? Consciously, you thought like that, but unconsciously, you have taken it. Has it happened like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it happens. It happens on its own, Rahul. Not that you're thinking about it. It inherently happens because your parents live in you. Emotionally, physically, physiologically, sometimes mentally. Got it?
So,
Now-
ma'am, but we also pick up those qualities from our parents, which go with our inherent nature. Doesn't it happen like that?
Correct. So the inherentness comes from your parents, isn't it?
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a
You say-
question.
yeah, hold on. Let me finish this thought
Mhm,
first. Now,
mhm.
suppose if your parents had to make a similar, do a similar exercise, let's say, okay?
Mhm.
If your parents had to do a similar exercise with their father and mother and themselves and tick mark those qualities, is it possible that these qualities could have come to them and then now to you?
Mhm. Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
So the key to understand is that we are no way separate from anybody in our family.
Okay.
We could have certain qualities more or less,
Mhm.
correct? Or we can change and transform as we gain knowledge, but inherently we will have similar qualities, similar traits.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is what we have to understand, that psychologically and spiritually, we are all one and the same. There is no difference. Now, suppose if I put you into breakout rooms, which I'm going to do now, and I want you to share with your group members the various qualities that they have marked about their regarding their parents, and you have marked regarding your parents. Let us see what you get. Okay, so should I put you all into breakout rooms?
Ma'am, just one
And just
question.
one
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Sorry.
please go ahead. Go ahead. One
So
by
ma'am,
one.
in this sense,
Huh.
what you just explained, so which means that none of us here is actually an original first-hand product. We are all like second-hand, third-hand, fourth-hand products. Because in that sense,
Mhm.
like my 12, 14, or maybe I don't know how many generations are living through me, because my DNA or the nucleus that has all the information, I mean,
Mhm.
if biologically we look at it,
Yes,
so the epigenetics basically,
yes,
I mean, they are all living through me. My
correct,
nucleus has all that information.
correct.
Whatever I'm doing consciously, unconsciously, it's actually not me. It's they are doing through me.
Correct, absolutely, Manika. And that is the concept of oneness. If you understand the concept of oneness through this very simple exercise, then family constellation, it becomes very easy for you to understand. All right, Manika? Yeah,
Yes,
good,
ma'am.
Manika. Anyone else wants to ask? Somebody else had raised their
Yeah.
hand. Yes.
I
Go
was
on.
asking, ma'am, it is
Huh?
like, what if that if we are seeing that those qualities are not matching, like most of it, if they are not matching,
Hmm?
what does it mean?
You have to see those qualities again carefully. You may have had them at one time, okay? And over the years, like I told Rahul, by gaining knowledge, by gaining, let's say, insight into yourself, those qualities could have become latent or dormant. Correct? So at one time, you may have had those qualities, but over the years, because of your own skills that you have started to develop, or through knowledge or insight or reading, you have controlled those qualities. So today they no longer are in your face. That can happen to you also.
So for that matter, that means all these souls will keep evolving over a period of time, right? So from
Yes.
generation to generations,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
those qualities, let's say from my parents to their parents, and my qualities would be quite different than qualities almost.
Correct. So there are a set of souls, obviously, who will make a difference in this world. Right? So let us take some, let's take an example of, let's get Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey, or many other people, right, like her, who suffered a lot of trauma and abuse, but today they are helping so many more people. So in a way, if she had to do this exercise, she may say that at one point I had a lot of anger with me because of what happened to me, but over the years, because of the transformation that I created in myself, I no longer have that anger. So there is a huge group of souls that is creating a shift. There will always be that group that will continue to create that shift, right? But if you look at a larger context, you will find that our parents are living through us. Now, the question that you asked and the answer I gave you, it's very important to now go to the next step of how, as I change over a period of time, will I change my ancestral strain or my ancestral energy? Again, I'm repeating the question. As I change, for everybody else, as I change over a period of time, as I keep transforming myself, my DNA starts changing, right? If my DNA, which as Manika said, holds the epigenetic information of my ancestors, will it start changing?
Yes.
It will start changing. That means when I transform, my ancestors transform too. My ancestors are not in the past. Remember,
the future generation. So that means the future generation is going to change.
Correct. So in effect, when you do this work, you transform, and through you, your ancestral energy also starts transforming. So family constellation works at two levels. One, it works at your own level. That means you, yourself, and your immediate, let's say, relationships. But it also works to transform the ancestors, which means it also works to transform the future. So this is how you have to understand family constellation. I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms. Yeah, thank you.
I also have a small question here.
Bolo.
So say if we see some, similar traits in our parents, like both and father having similar traits. So is it that it is their inherited trait, or is it that because of dealing with each other for so many years, they would have, now, have taken that positive trait or a negative trait, one of them, and that's, like coming to us?
So like I explained, Garima, that as just the way if you do this exercise, you have found something, the way your parents will do the exercise, they will also find something similar, right? So the same strain is continuing. That is why most of the traits or most of the abilities are inherited. And we when we choose our family, when we choose our parents, we somehow even choose these abilities or skills or feelings. Yeah, like the same way as suppose in my past life I had my father as my mother or my husband, and I had a problem with anger. In this lifetime, I will come to know that my father too has a problem with anger, and I too have the problem with anger. So we choose parents or we choose our family members because we have to learn those lessons together, whether it is to do with emotion.
Yeah. So it's the same for a husband and a wife, right?
Absolutely.
We are choosing that person for us,
absolutely.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Right,
okay. So I'm going to put your, yes, Ranika, you want to ask a question before I move to breakout room?
Yes, ma'am.
Namaste.
Ma'am, like you said that when we do this work, so we have the ability to change the pattern from our ancestors. So which means, let's say if there's a group of siblings, so for example, me and my siblings, and if I do this constellation work, so I have the ability to change the ancestral pattern that they will go through, even if they don't believe in this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Ranika. Yes, absolutely. Because your faith and your belief in the work that you do will obviously filter down to everyone else. Okay, so that is definitely going to happen. I've created 20 breakout rooms. We are 100 people here. So each one of you there'll be 5 people in one breakout room. Discuss openly about what you have marked, and let's come to a consensus as to whether we are all understanding the concept of oneness. Okay.
Dr. Trupti, just one very small question. This is Dipti. Hello,
yes,
Dr.
Dipti. Yes, Dipti. Yeah.
You say that the strain of the DNA, or I mean, that was a bit beyond me. It comes through from the generations down to us, isn't it? So you are saying our parents or ancestors lived through us. Is that why we say that the ancestors are living through us?
Yes.
Because of the strain?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. True.
So if you could give just one example, one small example, how are our ancestors living through us?
Okay. So as we proceed, you will come to know. Let's first do this exercise, Deepthi.
Thank you. Okay,
all right. So I've created breakout rooms. Please go to breakout rooms. 5 minutes is all you get. Quickly, 1 minute for one person. Please join. Yeah, start joining.
Ma'am, I would not be able to join in, but I'm just enjoying listening. I'm out somewhere, so I just can't.
No problem. No problem. You can keep listening.
I so very want to be part of this, but I can't.
No problem. Everybody else, please join the breakout rooms. Rashmi, Sailesh, Shipra, Shivani, start joining a breakout room. If you're not outside, then please join the breakout room. Please keep joining. Those are unable is another matter, but if you can join, please join. Keep joining. Ratna, okay, if you can't join, it's okay. But Shailesh, join one of the breakout rooms if you can. If you're listening to only, it's okay. I can't admit more people actually. I don't know what to do because we're already 100.
Trupti ma'am, I have a question.
Bolo?
जैसे ना means like after 17 years of marriage, I'm still childless and I am doing a lot of self work according to me. कि मेरे हिसाब से मुझे लगता है कि मैं बहुत self work कर रही हूँ because of I wanted to get rid of certain of my parents' qualities. तो मैं ये सोचती हूँ अब जैसे आपने बोला तो क्या मेरी सोल ने ये डिसाइड किया है that it doesn't want to like have more move further in the future like मेरे कोई बेबी नहीं है.
अभी आपने एक स्टेटमेंट बोला बेटा, I want to get rid of my parents' qualities. So I've just explained to you that you cannot get rid of anything.
Yeah.
जितना ज्यादा आप चीजों को एक्सक्लूड करेंगे ना
जी
उतनी ही तकलीफ होगी.
ओके.
आप किसी चीज को अगर मैं कहूं कि मुझे ये हाथ पसंद नहीं है, इसको मैं काट डालूं,
राइट,
will you be able to survive and live comfortably?
No.
तो हमारे माता पिता are very integral to your growth. You cannot get rid of them. Right? तो जितना ज्यादा आप ये सोचते जाएंगे कि let me get rid of my parents, can you become a parent?
No, because you know all my life till now I've been trying not to imbibe my father's as to say negative qualities or my mother's negative qualities, and I'm consciously working on that not to become so angry, abusive or irritable and fearful, since because my father was abusive. So I just kind of have a lot of this thing ki I wanted to run away from him.
Correct. So what happening beta, if you run away from your parents, parenthood runs away from you.
Okay.
You have to understand, you don't have to become angry like your father.
Okay.
You have to become angry when the need arises. Your father is an angry person. For him, everything, he reacts with anger.
Yeah.
But you can have controlled anger. जहाँ पे एंगर की जरूरत है वहां आप एंगर दिखाओ, और जहाँ पे एंगर की जरूरत नहीं है वहां पे एंगर मत दिखाओ. You can't get rid of anger.
Okay, that's what I have been trying to do, not to be like
you
him
have
or
to be like him, beta. You have to have anger. जैसे अगर suppose you are entering a train and somebody kicks you, will you not become angry?
Of course I would.
Why? Because at that time it's required.
Right.
आपके पापा हमेशा एंग्री रहते हैं और आप उस स्थिति में एंग्री रहती है जब उस स्थिति की नीड है, जरूरत है. That is what you have to understand, beta. Use your intellect. Don't just say this is not what I want. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता.
Right. I really today for the first time I really understood the thing that where I am going to, where I was heading to.
Don't worry, beta. It's okay.
Yeah.
There is always a time to understand. Okay.
Right. So Tripti ma'am, just can you suggest something what I can do either with you to at least I want to experience parenthood.
Yes,
I
of
want
course.
to become a mother, but I want to have my own child. But I have done every treatment, every puja, but now I am not doing anything.
Okay, fine. So we will talk about it later. What's your name? I can't get your name on the screen.
It's Tina. Tina.
Tina, so you can chat with me later on my personal window on WhatsApp, and we'll try and do a constellation work for you. Okay.
Lovely.
Okay,
And one more question I had while you were discussing, then what about the adopted children? They can't inherit the traits of the parents who have adopted them.
Adopted children, agar yahan koi hai, and they have also made a father-mother thing, you will notice that even adopted children have similar traits.
Okay, so it's like environment. Oh,
Not environment. It is because they've chosen these parents at the soul level.
Oh, wow. That's great. The clarity you have, Trupti ma'am. That's why you are Trupti ma'am.
No, thank you.
Yes, clarity. They have chosen them.
Yes, of course. We choose everything in our lives. No?
Right.
Okay, so I think we can all come back.
Thank
So
you.
I'm just going to close the breakout rooms. Okay, so everybody is going to come back from their breakout rooms quickly.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so everybody returns back. Yes, Zubi, you want to ask me something? Zubi, you
Yeah,
have to.
Namaste, first of all.
Namaste.
Through my interaction on Thinking Thursday, I have no doubt in agreeing to the fact that we are all one. We are not separate from each other. Even you and me, if we are not related through blood, we are one.
True.
But doing this exercise, I just realized that when my father was alive, I never got along with him. And when I'm trying to see the qualities, my father had very high qualities. He was disciplined. He was, he had a high temper. He was autocratic. He was very hardworking. So none of his positive and negatives have not come in me.
And what about your mother?
See, about my mother, I've written very general quality: good cook, patient, loving, caring, very adjusting. I mean, they are very general quality, what you see in a mother, you know.
And do you have those qualities?
I wouldn't like to boast, but people do say I'm loving, caring, and adjusting.
Wonderful. Yeah, but it's fine if you boast also. We have no problem with that. Okay, so now with your father, okay, disciplined, autocratic, etc., etc. Are you disciplined in some ways?
Discipline, I mean, in the sense, his routine, his lifestyle, he was very disciplined. Most of the aspect, whether the way he conducted himself or the way he lived his life, he was very disciplined.
So do you have some aspect of it as far as your work goes or your daily routine goes or looking after the house goes? Do you have some discipline?
See, the house runs on some discipline, but I will not call myself very disciplined. And I mean, my family member will also agree to that. That I'm not very disciplined when it comes to things.
Okay. So just look at the qualities again of your father over the next 1 week and see if something comes up for you, is what I'll suggest that.
Okay.
Okay, have a look at it. Okay, let's continue. I know there'll be a lot of, let me go through the whatever I want to say and the exercises I want to do. Now, we know that a family has a historical background. And as you trace back, like I said, you will see a pattern that is going to begin to emerge. Now, these patterns, now I want you to now just step away from your father and mother and look at your family as a system. Everybody's understood? Step away from your parents now for a second and look at your entire family as a system, like a family tree. Okay. Now, when you observe your family tree, you will notice that there will be certain patterns that will emerge. Like you may have a family in which all women may be living without their husbands. Okay? Or they outlive their husbands. There could be a family where women outlive their husbands. Like in my family, that's the pattern we observe. There are lots of women who have outlived their husbands. Okay? Sometimes you can have a curse. A family could be cursed where maybe there is issues of wealth or debts or inability to earn or not having a progeny, not having children. Many people in the family don't have children, or the early death of children in the family. So I wanted to now for a second, just look at your family as a system and see what kind of pattern seems to be emerging. I'm giving about 2-3 seconds. Look at the pattern that seems to be emerging in your family. Is there a pattern? Maybe there is a family in which everybody is well qualified. There's a lot of emphasis on, let's say, education. Or there could be a family where most people could be having issues with their spouse, like divorces, separations, not having happy marriages. So,
property dispute?
Property dispute, yes, property dispute. So anything related to wealth, loans, debts, inability to earn, property disputes, legal problems. There are certain families where this is the trend or this is the pattern. हमारे घर में ऐसा ही होता है, लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं. हमारे यहाँ तो शादियां टिकती नहीं हैं. हमारी फैमिली में ये सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. People talk like that, okay? So if you had to be asked, maybe you would also tell me something about your pattern in your family. Because family constellation deals with patterns, deals with something that is repetitively happening across generations. So if
Ma'am, but what about girls who get married? फिर उसके बाद तो उनके लिए different हो जाता है ना, in the sense कि अपनी family में कुछ trend होगा, but husband की family में कुछ और trend होगा. How to look at that?
If you study the family, no, अगर आप एक family structure को study करते हैं, तो आपको when you make a family tree, you will realize that एक side of the family में सबसे ज्यादा दिक्कतें हैं. Maybe the kind of paternal side or the maternal side. When you have to do it first, you have to make the family tree to understand this. Okay?
So, ma'am, being the lady, so should I write about should I draw the family
both
tree
sides.
about my
father
in-laws?
side?
No, the in-laws or my mother side.
In-laws की जरूरत नहीं है यहाँ पे.
So मेरे साथ I'm having the kids also, right? So how will I draw that?
I just show you now. Okay, let me see. Okay, so like there was this young girl in Rishikesh who wanted to do a constellation, who had come. She was not part of our group, but she wanted to do a constellation, so she came from Delhi. So this young girl had this pattern. Okay, she kept meeting boys who had lost their father. She had a difficult relationship with her own father. What would be the reason that she was attracting such boys? Let's go step by step. वो family tree का बाद में हम करेंगे. Can you tell me what would be the reason that she's attracting boys who don't have a father?
Maybe she has a karma to deal with that, she doesn't have.
She needed a father figure.
She had a difficult relationship with her own father.
Yes.
She needed a father figure there, right?
Yeah, and she was but she was attracting boys who didn't have a father.
So he was kind of subconsciously rejecting the father figure.
Correct, absolutely.
Because he hated her father, actually. That's why.
Correct. So she was not comfortable with her father, and unconsciously she was attracting boys who also didn't have a father. So she wouldn't have had to deal with a father figure. Right. So this is, somebody asked that question, no? How should I see the side of my husband? Okay. So somehow we get magnetically pulled towards people who are also repeating the same pattern. Are you understanding? We get magnetically pulled towards people who could be repeating a pattern that I'm going through. I don't like a father. I mean, I don't have a good equation with my father. I am going to attract somebody so that I don't have to deal with that boy's father also.
Ma'am, could it also be jealousy that I don't have a relationship with father, so I want somebody?
No, it's not that she's looking for boys who don't have a father. She keeps attracting such boys, okay, over chat or over, she goes for a date or something like, and then she discovers, oh, he does not have a father. But
ma'am, would that be negative?
Negative. What I'm trying to say is that when I am going through a certain pattern of dislike, I somehow magnetically pull people in that pattern. Not that I'm thinking, oh, I should only date boys who don't have a father. No, it's not like that. Suddenly she is magnetically pulling boys towards her who don't have a father figure. So that she ये सब unconscious हो रहा है राहुल, ये कोई consciously वो नहीं सोच रही है इसके बारे में. When she realized this, that, oh my God, why have I attracted 4 guys in the last 4 months who don't have a father? What's wrong? Right? So you're magnetically pulling situations and people to fit into your jigsaw puzzle. या आपको लगता है कि ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हम सोचते हैं इसके बारे में, या ऐसा कुछ नहीं, अपने आप ये हो रहा है. The energy is traveling on its own through my thoughts, through my emotions, through my sensations, through my feelings, through my desires. ये अपने आप ये चीजें हो रही है. बाद में हमें पता चलता है कि oh my God, why did I do this? But at that time you're unaware. All this is happening in a state of unawareness. But the best part is, after we've done the constellation with her in Rishikesh in December, she sent me a message just, I think, maybe last week or week before, where she said that the pattern has broken. I'm now dating guys who have a father. So the power of constellation is so strong that it can actually, what somebody was asking me initially, that can it help somebody else, like my sister or my brother? Yes, it can. It can change the dynamics of your situation. Okay, let me just go through a couple of more slides and then I will entertain some questions. So,
Dr. Trupti, one thing you mentioned, something that you attract people who you dislike. Is it the people or situations?
Both people and situations. Both you can dislike. The key to understand, Deepti, is that the more you exclude, I always say this, the more you exclude, the more you will have to include it. Exclusion is not the nature, is not the law of the universe. Okay? And we are part of this universe, the solar system, this whole universe rather, beyond.
Can you just repeat that sentence? The more you exclude?
The more you exclude, the more you will have to include it.
I mean, the more you will attract that same thing?
Yes, correct. So exclusion is not the law of the universe.
All right. Okay. Got that. Yes.
Ma'am, in this particular example you gave, so the girl who was attracting boys with no father. So, I mean, the fact that she was attracting boys was because she was trying to exclude the father. So
yes.
They were excluding. So, but what we've done is we've excluded the father now.
Yes, because when the constellation work was going on, the inclusion started happening of the father. Okay. So at the subtlest level, Rahul, at the subtlest level, the energy is shifting. You don't.
Okay, but
you are not shifting it.
Okay, but it won't be that she will have a bad relationship now with the father. That since the father is coming into her system.
Correct.
A father figure.
Correct. So the relationship with the father will start changing. Her relationship with her father will slowly start shifting. So automatically, maybe it has shifted. And so suddenly now, she's dating guys who have a father figure. It is happening, Rahul, at the most subtlest level. You can't even understand how it's happening. Because see, constellation work is beyond conscious, rational understanding.
Ma, I have a question. Every time while struggling for my work, I feel I was born to a well-established father who is having very successful business. I feel I would have known that every time I feel most of the days.
So beta, if you keep feeling like this, you are excluding your father.
Okay.
It's like, this father I didn't want. I wanted that father. But your soul chose this father. But you're all the time thinking not this, that. But if you keep thinking like that, what will happen? You are actually removing power, authority, and dominance that is representative of the father. Whatever dominance your father has, intelligence your father has, whatever qualities your father has, there is nobody who is completely negative, right?
Yeah.
So your father can have some wonderful qualities.
Yeah.
But you are saying, no, I don't want this father, means I don't want any of his qualities. That's not possible. See, my dear Sri Lakshmi and everybody, life is not about pick and choose. कि मुझे ये चीज पसंद है. It's not like, suppose you go to a hotel and you are served food in a plate. Will you waste food?
No, kabhi nahi. I paid it. I paid money.
No. You paid money, that's true. But all the food that is in the plate, you will not waste. Even you may not like something, you will have to eat it.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't want to waste it. Similarly, my dear, your father or your mother has been given to you in totality. You can't say, I'm going to pick up only this quality of my mother and not that. वो quality अपने आप आपके अंदर आ ही जाएगी.
ठीक है.
अगर आपके अंदर वो quality नहीं है तो आपके बच्चे में आएगी. Okay? You have not picked and chosen that quality, but you will see that quality then in your child. So, Subi, your question, okay, that you don't have certain qualities of your father, right? Now, I'm asking you, are some of these qualities in your children?
Yes, you're absolutely
correct. So remember something, you cannot exclude anything. Is everybody understanding what I'm saying? This is the basic thing you have to, fundamental thing you have to understand. If you have to live a spiritually evolved life, that you cannot exclude anything. The moment you exclude something from here, it will become visible here. But you will not be able to exclude it because the qualities are there in you. But you are not manifesting them, but your child is manifesting them. Got it? Because your child is also part of you.
Yes.
Got the idea? Yeah, good. So the key is, just remember this one line. Exclusion is not the law of the universe. Moment you understand this, you will be non-judgmental. Everything is in everything. There is nothing like nothing. Nothing जैसी कोई चीज है ही नहीं दुनिया में, friends. There's nothing like nothing. Okay.
So, ma'am, the kind of people we attracted in our life, or be it husband or his family, our children can also attract the similar kind of people when they grow up.
Yes, true.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you have rejected a quality in your parent and you will reflect it in your husband.
Yeah.
You don't want something that is not the law of the universe. You will get it. Either आपके भीतर नहीं है तो आपका husband ऐसा आएगा who you will say, my God, I don't know why you are like my father or why you like my mother. I didn't like this and there you have it. इसीलिए परिपूर्ण माने accept your parents in every way. And that is why.
Sorry, will that also be applicable for all our sufferings or any other learnings also?
Yes, Sanjeev, absolutely. When you accept your parents with their weaknesses, with their strengths, with their problems, with their pain, okay, You open your heart.
माँ इसका मतलब कि कोई क्वेश्चन भी हमें करने का मतलब नहीं है, like there is no question arises towards that
there is nothing to question.
Right.
When you go to the temple, do you question God, what a universe you have made? God, what is this in this world? What is happening? He knows what is happening. You don't question, you accept, you surrender. Right? It's okay. Yeah. Okay, Lord, I bow down to you. Please do what is right for me. ऐसे हम कहते हैं ना?
Correct.
तो इसी तरह से आपके पेरेंट्स को पता है क्या सही है आपके लिए. If you bow down to that, I'm not saying that if somebody is abusing, you don't have to go and bow down to that person. You can just bow down in your mind. You can bow down physically. मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि मन के भीतर, so we are all doing a lot of, exercises where we ask you to visualize and imagine, right? Good, you can do that, okay? But remember, physical bowing down has great power. अगर आप physically अपने माता पिता को साल में एक बार भी during Diwali, okay, you just touch their feet and you tell them, Mama, can you please put your hand over my head? That itself will have great power. But it is important to accept them in totality. That is what I want to say.
I have a question, ma'am. The example that you gave about that girl where she had some problems with her father and she attracted boys who did not have fathers. So if she had a problem with her father relationship, shouldn't she have attracted more fatherly figures?
See, beta, what you reject, no? Somehow you tend to attract that again and again.
Correct.
So you reject the father here, and you will possibly attract people who may not have that in them.
Okay.
Because you have so much of hatred. आपको चाहिए ही नहीं वो, आप उसको दूर ही रखना चाहते हो. You just want to push it away. See, it depends, Sanjeev, it depends on the person's mindset. If there is a lot, if the person is extremely rigid, then this will happen. If the person is malleable, flexible, okay, then something else will happen. It depends. It's not like a thing that, oh, this will only happen just because you don't like your father. She may have also attracted possibly a guy in her life who had a father just like her father. Maybe he had a father, but the guy did not have a good equation with his father. So the key is not necessary that you will attract somebody is wonderful, who has a father and who has a wonderful father. Like your question brings me to the thing that sometimes when you don't have a relationship with your father, you want a father figure, and so you could marry somebody who's much older to you. That can also happen, because you're looking out for a figure like a father.
Got it.
Ma'am, in this case, the example you shared where the girl had an absent father, what if she longed more for, filling that gap? So if her thoughts were more about that, then this wouldn't be the case.
Possibly, yes. If the thoughts were that I want a guy who has a wonderful father, then maybe she would break that and then have a opposite thing. This is what I said in the beginning. If you are in a space of transformative thinking, then things can change for you. But if you are in a space of repetitive thinking, right? What Freud used to call repetitive compulsion. Human beings have what we call repetitive compulsion. They compulsively think in a repetitive manner. That is the reason you get caught in a trap. But if you are in a transformative thinker, then you will start shifting, you'll start changing. Got the idea? Constellation work is required when you have repetitive compulsion. When the whole family tree is repeating the same problem, then you need family constellation. If you have moved away and you're in a transformative process of thinking, then you won't need this.
And one way to do that is not being judgmental towards your own father and, like moving away, because you're not repeatedly thinking about all of that every day.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
Very good.
I had a question.
One
I
by
just
one.
wanted to share. I just
One
wanted to
by
share this boiling down thing that you said. I have actually tried this Ho'oponopono, and that helped me a lot in many ways.
Yes, yes. Yes, Deepti, absolutely. Yes. Rahul?
Ma'am, I had a question. In this family constellation work, how many generations are we looking at? At least 3?
Beyond that.
Okay, so it's got to be repeating this the pattern.
Yes.
In at least 3 or 4 generations.
More than that,
more than that.
Rahul.
Okay.
You work with the 7 different ancestors.
Okay,
you can work.
Okay, 7.
Okay.
So is this ancestor related only towards the paternal side, or it's both maternal as well as
maternal
paternal?
and paternal. Depends, no, Baba, where the family tree is skewed. Yeah, you may have the skewing or the suffering or the problems coming more from maybe from the side of your father. Then you work with that tree. If it's coming from the mother, then you work with that tree. It depends where it's coming from. Getting the idea? Okay. So this is how the constellation moves. Just I'm going to just share how the constellation looks. Okay. So you can see the group now. Everybody is taken their positions. And this is our last constellation. Our group members are here, which was to do with the characters from the epic Mahabharata. Each character, we had about 17 people, 18 people here, and 18 people represented the 18 different minds of the characters from the Mahabharata. So, and each of the characters kept moving, all of them, the constellation kept moving. And at one point, when the constellation ended after 38 or 40 minutes, it was a silent constellation. There was no talking in this constellation. It was just a feeling constellation. And as people kept moving, and as the constellation ended, at the end of it, when I went to each one of them, and I told them, look around you, which mind is there in front of you, behind you, next to you? They actually realized that the answers that they were seeking, what they got from the constellation. They could see that if their mind was a disturbed mind or a pervert mind, then which mind was standing next to them was giving them the answers. This was a very unique constellation, which I've just started doing since August last year, which I did with my inner child group and now with this group. We experiment really with constellation work. So the Mahabharata constellation is a new thing, and it was quite revealing and amazing for them also. I'll ask Apurva and the others who are here to share what insights they got through this Mahabharata constellation. But it was an amazing way to work silently with yourself. Sometimes you don't need answers by somebody telling you something. Just by moving in the resonating field of consciousness collectively, you can get some great answers. This is how really energy, because we are basically beings of energy, and we keep channeling thoughts from the infinite field of consciousness. And there's a constant way in which we keep reflecting each other, okay, mirroring each other. That's the most beautiful
Ma'am, they
part.
were moving as per their own feelings, like no instruction.
Yes. No instructions, no. So you are using the energetic space of the field. Okay? It's happening
so you move to the
on its own.
like-minded kind of people. You move to the like-minded.
No. You don't move to like-minded people. You move to what the universe is wanting you to get.
Okay, fine. Right.
You're not moving consciously because at one point, I don't think they even remembered who the other person was actually representing. You know, you tend to forget.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
We forgot. We had forgotten completely. Correct. And it was like a shock to see the people around us. It was exactly what we needed in our life currently.
That's right. That's right.
This transformative thinking, ma'am, just one question, ma'am, from my side. I just wanted to check up because what we are saying that the more you exclude, the more you would have to include.
Yeah.
And if we talk about only one, this family side, and second on the suffering side or learning side of the people life. So if we start accepting the thing as it is, so let's say rather than running away, so let's say if you got certain kind of parents or certain kind of a partners, so a lot of time we keep rejecting them and keep moving on to find another one, right? Especially in the partner cases, let's say. So if rather than doing that, if we accept them as it is and understand that is a part of our overall plan or overall learning process, then those suffering will not be there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will not be there. Let me give you an example of my own parents, okay? So my father was like a very philosophical and a spiritual person. And my mother was a very simple housewife, is a very simple housewife. Khana banana, ghar ki dekhbhal karna, friends, very, very simple, okay? So they could never discuss philosophy, spirituality, meditation, right? My father would go to a meditative retreat and my mother would say, have you gone crazy? You know, why are you going there, right? But my father realized that without her, he would not be able to do what he did or live the life that he lived. And that is why I'm sure many of you have heard this also from me, that he wrote a article when he used to write for the Speaking Tree, and he wrote the article on my guru. And he said, I searched high and low for a guru. Little did I know she was in my house. She was my wife. And he wrote that what my wife could teach me, no guru can teach me. So to answer your question, if you accept somebody, though that person may be completely different than you may have no common interests also. Yet, the Lord has given this person to you for a reason. Right? The moment you understand that reason, everything changes for you. So let's not be 65 to understand that reason. It's better to understand that reason early in life, because it is not necessary that two people have to be the same to get married or to fall in love. That is a myth. You can never fall in love with a person who is like you. Can you tell me why? Because you are not in love with yourself. You can never fall in love with anybody like you. Has anybody here who has fallen in love can tell me that you have fallen in love with a person who's just like you?
It did happen with me once.
And then what happened?
Then I broke up.
Exactly. Exactly. The key is
always attractive.
Because we are not in love with ourselves, no. Because we are not in love with ourselves, how will I get somebody who is just like me? I have to be so much in love with myself that I may actually not need another person to love me. So
you require polar opposites.
Yeah, you require polar. That is why opposites. Why you want the opposite? Because those things that are not in me are with this person, and I want that. Like with my mom, she was an excellent cook, and my father loved eating. So obviously he wanted her because she was an excellent cook. Your needs are being satisfied like this. So if you understand, after the session is over, you can sit quietly and write out all the qualities that your spouse has. All the skills, all the qualities, all the abilities, all the talents that your spouse has, and see if you need them. Do you need those qualities? And
sometimes.
No, there's nothing like sometimes, okay? If you need those qualities, you will know why you got married to that spouse. Do it now. Come on, write any 3 qualities your spouse has.
Ma'am, can I ask a
You are
question?
single.
Yes,
If you allow me, then I will
Anjali?
tell something.
1 second, Purnita. Anjali?
Ma'am, as you talked about exclusion, I always saw my mom being suffered by her sister-in-laws, my buas. Okay, so whenever I thought about marriage, I wanted a family where there was no sister in the family. And I don't know, should I say fortunately or unfortunately, after listening to you, I am married into a family where we do not have daughters. I mean, I don't have a real sister-in-law or even a cousin sister-in-law. Let's talk about that. And my life is quite simple. So have I excluded and manifested how? I mean, what have I done? Is it right, wrong, or?
It's nothing like right or wrong, but you didn't want something and you worked not to get it. And you didn't get it. Okay? Now there are no girls in your side of your husband.
Right.
आपके husband की side में लड़कियां नहीं हैं. ठीक है? Do you have children?
No, I don't have.
Do you want to have children?
I want to have a daughter.
Why?
I'm very particular about that. I don't know why.
So now you can see better how it is coming back to you, right?
Okay.
You want to have a daughter. So I suggest that you just forgive all those sister-in-laws who could have troubled your mother.
Okay.
Just let them just say, whatever you did to my mother, I forgive you for it, because your mother has not been able to forgive them.
Yes, she hasn't been
Correct?
able to.
So you need to step towards your mother, help your mother and help yourself to forgive that.
Okay.
That will benefit you. It will give you a daughter, a loving, caring, affectionate daughter.
Okay.
Ma, some talents we don't have, like poetry writing, singing, dancing. Our spouse can have those qualities.
But why do you want all these qualities? Singing, poetry writing, dancing.
Just example. No, I'm not good at that. So I'm not good at it. So
you decide then, okay, let me please, I desperately want a singer as a husband. Maybe you'll get one, who knows? Okay, so let's move a little ahead now. All right. So this is how we understand our family system. We have an ancestor, our great-grandfather, great-grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, father, and mother. So here it will be like, there'll be the great-grandfather. Sorry, I don't know, where is it gone again? Here was the great-grandmother, which tha. Do kaise aa gaya yahan pe? So both from the father's side, there'll be the great-grandparents, then grandparents and father. You have to create this kind of a family system. Okay, so we create a family system when we work with families. Now, I don't think we have that kind of time, but we can do an exercise, okay? So I want you to look at your room, wherever you are sitting. Just give you a small little thing, okay? Apne kamre ko dekho. And look at all the characters, your grandfather, grandmother from your father's side, your grandparents from your mother's side, your great-grandparents, if you're aware of anything, your parents. So just get up now. Utho, apni jagah se utho. And now look at the room. Utho और अपने कमरे को देखो, खाली कमरा है आपका. And I just want you to feel the presence of your grandparents, your parents, not that they have to be dead, okay? Yeah, just your parents, your let's just take your parents and grandparents, that's it. If you have any relationship with your great-grandparents or you know something about them.
Ma'am, if none of them are alive, then
that's okay. You can still think of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just think of all of them. Okay. Now I
Nonetheless,
want
I've not had any. I mean, I've not seen my grandparents. So
good, very good, very good. Hold on, Rahul, hold on. Okay. Now I want you to just create that room with the characters in your mind. Look at that room and place your characters. Your great grandfather, your great grandmother, your father, your mother, your great whoever. That depends on you how many characters you want to place in this room. So take your time, take a few minutes.
What about aunts and uncles?
No, we are only taking parents, grandparents, and great grandparents.
Okay.
Yeah. Just your great grandparents, your parents, your grandparents, and father. Okay. Now, once you see, just position them, place them. And look at this like a stage you have placed everybody. Now, intuitively, which position would you like to take? Next to whom? Stand. Next to whom would you like to go and stand?
My grandmother's grandfather.
Yeah, don't talk. Please don't speak now. You're going to be very silent. Don't speak at all. Please stand wherever you wish to stand. Next to whoever you are standing, you know next to whom you're standing. Now, please stay silent. If you feel you want to shift to somebody else, you can do that also. Agar aapko lagta hai ki no, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable here, I want to shift somewhere else, you can shift there.
Mom, what if we just want to be in middle?
You can be in the middle.
Okay.
You don't want to be part, you don't want to stand with anybody, you want to just stand in the middle. Okay, fine. Please do that. Please do that. Wherever you want to stand, just stand. Now I want you to go and face somebody. Shift your position to face someone. Who are you facing? And as you face that person, notice how you feel. Now, whoever you have chosen, I want you to step into that space, step into that circle. जिस व्यक्ति के सामने आप खड़े हैं, उसी व्यक्ति के सर्कल में आप खड़े हो जाएंगे. You will be that ancestor or that person. खड़े हो जाइए उसकी सर्कल में.
So I have not chosen anyone. I was in middle.
You have to move. You can't be staying in the middle, no, Baba.
Okay.
You keep staying in the middle, then you are not part of the constellation. You're just standing in the middle. Distance. Okay. You are creating distance from everybody. Why are you doing that? What is the reason? Aap socho. Why are you creating distance? Why do you want to be with somebody? वो आपको सोचना है.
Okay.
So
I want to stand with my grandmother as well as my father.
No, you can't do two. No, but stand with one person just now.
Okay. Okay.
Stand in the circle of the person that you have chosen and be that person. If you want, you can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open also. Just allow the energy of that person to come to you, through you, and see what is coming to you. Feel whatever you are feeling. What is this person feeling? And remember, it's not you, it's that person. The circle has been chosen by you of that person. See what that person is feeling. You are now either your father or mother or grandfather or grandmother or great grandparents. See what you feel. Be that person. What is that person feeling? What are you feeling? Just feel it from head to toe. Let the energy slowly leave you. Step away and face this person now. Step away. Step out of the energy circle. Now you are who you are. What is it that you have learned about this person? By being in the field of this person, what have you learned about this person? Whatever you have learned, understand it. It could be pain, it could be distance, it could be joy, it could be something about this person that you didn't know before. Bow down to that person. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your energy. I return the energy back to you. Step away. Create some distance. Okay. Now turn back and look at the room and all the characters. And you can do this exercise, stepping into inside out, we call it. Stepping in, stepping out exercise. Okay. And you can get a lot of insight about your ancestors, your family tree. Okay. So you can just rub your hands a little bit, just shake your hands. Yeah, let the constellation slowly dissolve from your mind and from the physical space. Good. and return back, sit back.
Ma'am, will it also work with let's say grandparents whom we have never even seen?
It works with everybody, no?
But wouldn't it be like, I know, I know something about my, let's say, grandmother. I know she was this certain type of person. So if I'll feel her energy, I already know about those things.
So
right?
when you stand in the energy circle for at least, let's say 5-7 minutes, and you feel the energy, you may get some message, you may get some thought, you may start feeling her pain, you start feeling her discomfort, her disappointments, right? And that itself could create transformation in you. So the key is to step away. The exercise is called inside outside. So you go in and then you come out. It's a very simple exercise, initial exercise that can be done. This way, you will understand the word I said about exclusion. You will understand what I'm meaning by exclusion is not the law of the universe. So when you do this, only then you will be able to. Don't have a preconceived idea. There's no requirement of a preconceived idea of anybody.
No preconceived idea. Because I felt with my father when I stepped in his circle, what I felt was something from my conscious mind, I would not have thought about those words. So
correct, Beta. So that's what I'm saying, that as you start working with the field, it's like a playground, right? So as you start working in this playground, you will realize that there are these play of energy beings. Not that they have not been born again. They may have been born again also. But जैसे कहते हैं ना, हम छाप छोड़ जाते हैं, है ना? तो इसी तरीके से हमारे कॉन्शियसनेस में भी इनकी छापे हैं, राइट? ऐसा नहीं है कि वो है नहीं है. It's not about them, trust me. It's about the images, the energies that we are carrying. It's not that you've stepped into your father's circle. It's that your father is in you. You have given the liberty of stepping into what is in you. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're stepping into what is in you. But you have excluded it. Now I'm telling you, include it. That's all I'm telling you to do. It's not that it's in you, whether you like it or not. So as you step into these various characters, all of them are like your secondary selves. All my therapists will understand this. They're all your secondary selves. You have not allowed them to become primary.
Yes.
But they're all your secondary selves, correct? So your great grandfather was a very dominant person. Dominant self is your secondary self. Got the idea?
Got it. Thank you.
So this way, when you start stepping into your secondary selves, just taking one step ahead to make you understand, as you step into your secondary selves, you will start making peace with them. Now that I have told you that that's not your grandfather, it's the grandfather in you, which is your secondary self, will it not become easier to accept?
It's like making the unconscious conscious.
So just when I shifted the whole thing, suddenly, now it's becoming easier to accept, right? Because now I'm not saying that's your grandfather, I'm saying that's your grandfather in you. Yeah, correct. So this slowly, you will start understanding that each person, everything is in everything.
Ma'am, does it hold true for our children also, like further, like one step further?
Ma,
Yes,
here
of
I would
course.
like to add one thing.
Yes, Paramita, bolo.
Yeah, since the birth of my kids, matlab first child, I was always thinking one particular thing. I am not going to impose my unfulfilled desires or expectations on her. I will allow her to live her life on her own terms and conditions. Okay. And today, when I stepped into my mother's shoes, so I mean that circle. she told me, I mean, you know, my this thing. So like I was hearing in my mind, my mother was telling me, I'm upset with you. I will never forgive you. You go away from my life. It's because you didn't allow me to fulfill my unfulfilled desires through you, that I wanted to actually make happen and see that I am living my expectation through you. And instantly I got the insight, okay, that was actually hard thought. And this thing first time came to my mind. मतलब वो energy space से पहली बार वो मुझे thought आया. Now I realize that's why I don't want to impose anything of my choice on my kids.
Correct. So as we start playing with ourselves, now I have shifted the subject to not them but us. Now it becomes easy for you to understand that as we start moving into our own secondary selves, you will see that you will start becoming more accepting, more non-judgmental, more loving towards the very people that you did not like. Are you understanding? This is a very different kind of understanding to have in life. हाँ जी.
मैम जैसे आपने बोला कि उस सर्कल में जाना है और मैंने फील किया कि वो बहुत ज्यादा डरी हुई थी या कुछ, तो उनके ऊपर हम क्या काम कर सकते हैं, हम क्या कर सकते हैं उस वक्त?
तुम्हें उसके ऊपर कुछ काम नहीं करना है, तुम्हें सिर्फ वो एनर्जी को फील करना है और उस एनर्जी को फील करते हुए, right, see what is happening to you. You may start crying also, you may start weeping, you may start feeling lot of pain, lot of hurt.
Ma'am, insecurity feel
hold on. So as you start feeling and as you start allowing the emotions, the sensation, the physiology to respond and react, you are healing that aspect of you and you're healing that aspect of that person.
Okay.
हमें घबराना नहीं है, हमें उस चीज को allow करना है. I always say the word allow, right? Allow that to happen. So if you don't like somebody, let us say, from today, you create that energy circle, okay? Stand in that circle and feel whatever is happening to you. Within a couple of days, as you continue, not हमेशा नहीं करना है, so just for two, 3 times you can do, okay? Stand and let the energy be felt, and you will realize that all that you are holding will heal, and all that that person is holding will also start healing.
Okay.
Right? इसका मतलब क्या है कि हम अपने आप को तो हील करने में विश्वास रखते ही है ना, पर हमारे द्वारा उनको भी हम हील कर सकते जिन्हें हम पसंद नहीं करते. Now that is a great thing to do, right?
Ma'am, I have a question, please.
हाँ, बोलो.
May I speak?
Yes.
Ma'am, एक चीज बताइए, like I have never, we don't even have a photograph of my grandmother. So we just imagine the entity there.
You don't have to imagine her face, nothing you have to imagine.
You have to
just
imagine
that there is a circle which is related to your grandmother. That's all.
That's
nothing else. You don't have to visualize नहीं करना है उस व्यक्ति को.
Okay.
आपको सिर्फ सर्कल बनाना है उसके लिए. That's all. कि this जैसे आसन कैसे होता है?
I got it. I got it. Just imagine a circle over there and be in that.
गुरु का एक आसन होता है, वहाँ गुरु जी बैठा है.
हाँ जी.
आसन है. That's all. Similarly, इनका आसन है. एक जगह है उनकी. That's nothing.
Ma'am, it can be done for anyone and everyone, right?
Yes, it can be done for anyone and everyone. And you can see how slowly you will start feeling the energy. You know? And slowly how things will just start getting transformed on its own. ये नहीं, आप देखो, the key is बहुत सारे therapies है which are basically cognitive therapies. ये करो, ऐसा सोचो, ये किताब पढ़ो, है ना, affirm करो, ये मतलब बहुत सारी, and all of them have their own strengths, okay? But at the highest level, अगर हम thought को परे, thought को निकाल के जब काम करते हैं ना, तो हम एनर्जी के साथ काम करते हैं. जब तक हम विचारों में उलझे रहेंगे, तब तक हम सही मानों में काम नहीं करते, because it's all about what I desire, what I wish, what I want. तो इससे तो हमें परे होना है ना, इससे आगे जाना है हमें, right? So energy, this is very powerful work. ये healing भी करता है. So we have time, right? So I can.
Oh yes.
I would like to share something, Dr. Trupti.
जी, बोलो बोलो.
You know, today we did this exercise just now. Very subconsciously, I moved into my grandfather's circle, so to speak. I've not thought about him for a long time, but since last 2 days, when I stepped into that circle, I realized that since last 2-3 days, I've been thinking about him. I never thought about him. He passed away when I was about 3 years old.
Okay.
I've never thought about him. So I don't know whether it's a coincidence or not. But I felt a lot of sadness when I was standing into this in the circle.
Okay, so hold on. So Nadipti has brought up this very interesting part. So I'm going to ask Deepti a couple of questions, okay? Deepti, are you there, right? Yeah, you're right.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm next to you. Yeah.
So may I ask you, did your grandfather have any problems?
I don't know.
Okay, are you having a specific problem that you feel is not going away?
Not a problem, but I think when I stepped into the circle, his throat chakra, I could feel something, my throat chakra getting blocked.
Okay, are you having any problems?
Yes.
Okay. Since when have you had this problem with your throat?
Throat is on and off. I have this problem.
Do you have a weak chest area?
Yes, yes. I would say that I'm not physically, but yes, I get colds and coughs and stuff clearly, yes.
Okay. You have any knowledge about your grandfather of any kind?
He passed away in cancer. He had mouth cancer, I think, mouth cancer or throat cancer, and he passed away in that.
Okay.
So, yes.
Now hold on. So can you see some resonance there? Mouth, throat, you have a weak chest, you can't colds.
I think so. I think so, yes.
Okay. You were 3 years old when he passed away?
Yes, I was 3.
Okay.
I was 3, yeah.
All right. Any qualities that your parents said are similar to your grandfather that you have?
My father, I believe, yes. Even he had a weak chest. My father, he had asthma.
Okay. So
and even
now,
my brother has it as well.
All right. So now, before your grandfather, then your father, your brother, you. So there is some energy that is repeating itself.
Yes.
We call it, so some energy is repeating itself, okay? Now, how we work is, okay, now that Deepti has said this, maybe we can do a quick 5-minute session for Deepti. So you'll understand how work is done, okay? I'm going to select somebody from the group who will play Deepti's grandfather. I don't want Deepti to play the grandfather. Somebody else who doesn't know the grandfather, obviously, will play the role of the grandfather. So I'm going to obviously select someone who is a fantastic channel. Maua, are you there? Maua is here? Maua is not here. Okay, then you are there, right, Purunita? Purunita, would you play the grandfather? Come on, quick.
Okay.
All right. So I want everybody to put their videos off, and we'll just have Purunita and Deepti on the screen. And Purunita, Deepti, and I will be on the screen. Rest, please put your videos off. I just want 3 of us to be on the screen.
तो मैम आप अपने आप को वो पिन कर लीजिए तीनों
कर लेती हूँ. Okay, fine. ठीक है. कैसे करते हैं इसको?
मैम 3 dots पे क्लिक करके then there is a pin.
3 dots पे क्लिक करके कौन से 3 डॉट?
मैम
do spotlight, not the pin, spotlight.
स्पॉटलाइट तो 3 हो जाएंगे ना?
हाँ, तीनों को कर दो स्पॉटलाइट आप।
आपकी जहाँ पे फोटो आ रही है ना, उसके
हाँ।
टॉप कॉर्नर पे 3 डॉट्स है।
Oh yeah, sorry, got it.
है ना?
हाँ जी,
तो
हाँ
और
जी।
ऐसे ही दीप्ति के भी हैं, ऐसे ही परिणीता के भी हैं। वहीं से
Spotlight, should I spotlight pin करूं?
पिन
मैम पिन आपके लिए होगा, स्पॉटलाइट सबके लिए होगा।
तो मुझे तो स्पॉटलाइट चाहिए ना।
हाँ, तो आप अपने को और दीप्ति को और परिणीता तीनों को स्पॉटलाइट कर दो, बाकी सबको वीडियो ऑफ।
कैसे करते हैं?
इट्स ए स्पॉटलाइट 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 3 dots.
हाँ।
Spotlight, 3 dots, spotlight. On the photograph, that top right corner.
एक सेकंड देखने दो
Or
स्पॉटलाइट।
you make me the co-host or something, I'll do it.
क्या? I'll just say hide. No.
All that is for yourself.
Allow multi-pin? No.
हाँ, अभी दीप्ति is there on spotlight, I believe.
नहीं, I'm doing it. आपको
अच्छा आप करो।
हाँ, परिणीता को कर दो।
हो गया?
हाँ, हो गया।
But I'm not able to see all of you. Okay. I'm not. I should. मैं अपने आप को क्या करूं पर?
आप दिख रहे हो मैम, आप pinned हो अब। तो you just, if you go on that, then आप ही दिख रहे हो, आप और परिणीता and दीप्ति. And hide without video people, तो automatically only 3 will be on screen.
Hide? क्या करूं मैं? Hide?
A video on hide. There's an option in the view. Hide
okay.
people.
Yeah. All right. Done. All right. So Purnita is going to be quiet. Purnita, you can begin the constellation.
I'm feeling so much of, pounding of my own heart.
Okay.
Breath becoming very faster. I don't know why.
Okay. Any particular thought that's coming to you, grandfather?
I feel it's the father figure or the father whom I am so much afraid of.
Okay. You feel there is fear inside you? Okay.
considers me that I don't listen to him.
Okay.
So it's a stick on his hand, as if he's trying to hit me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's happening to your back, neck?
He's hitting me.
Mm.
It's so painful.
Mm. Mm. Are you able to speak up, shout when this happens to you? Do you want to speak today? Would you want to express your hurt, your anger, your pain? Dipti, I want you to tell your grandfather, please express your hurt and pain. Radha?
Please express your hurt. Whatever you want to say it now. It is a safe space. We are here to help you.
I am prepared to listen. Tell him.
I am prepared to listen. Whatever you have to say. I'm here to help you. Express yourself. Please, I beg you. Say it out without fear. Let the fear go.
Speak up, speak up.
Speak up.
Dada, you don't want this problem to be in any of your next generations. Speak up.
Boli na khoje hoy, Dada. Say whatever you want. Je bolo hi bolo.
Yes. Say it. Say it. Yeah, yeah. Bolo. Oh. It's a lot of pain. Yeah. Boli na kho.
Take a
Speak
deep
up.
breath.
Speak
Swas
up.
lo.
Speak, speak, speak. You want to cry? Cry it out. Cry it out. It's okay. Let it out by tears. Let the tears flow. Let the tears flow. Let it out.
Let it out.
Yeah, yeah. Little, yeah.
टॉफी तो खाना था
खाना था
टॉफी खाना था
टॉफी खाना था okay do you want to eat a toffee और पापा ने
1 rupee एक रुपया जिन्होंने पढ़ा था क्या हुआ अगर मैंने उसको उठाया क्या हुआ उसको लेके मैं दुकान पे गया वो लाया मैंने खाया इतना गुस्सा आपको क्यों आया मैं बच्चा हूँ नहीं कर सकता क्या
कर सकता है
It's okay. It's normal. You are very young.
क्यों मारा बेटा क्यों मारा मैंने सॉरी भी बोला माफी नहीं किया मुझे माफी नहीं किया ऐसे कोई मारता है अपने बच्चे को ऐसे कोई मारता है अपने बच्चे को
मैं माफ करती हूँ आपको मैं माफ करती हूँ
क्यों क्या
I am sorry it happened to you but I apologize to you on his behalf.
Okay, now Deepti, I want you to step into the role of your grandfather's father.
Okay.
So you are now your grandfather's father and both of you are going to face each other. Both of you will be facing each other.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell your son you're sorry.
I am sorry.
And how much you loved him, but you were not able to express it to him.
I'm really, really sorry. Sorry I wasn't able to express to you then my love for you. I'm sorry I was so strict with you. But I'm really sorry now. I apologize to you today. Just release this pain now. Do you forgive me?
Speak up more. I want to listen. Speak up more.
I'm sorry.
और बोलो कितने दिनों का हर्ट है ये
पता है and I'm very, very sorry. I'm so sorry. It happened to you. I did not realize you were in so much pain.
She still needs to hear. Your grandfather still needs to hear things. Your son needs to hear some more from you. You need to say something which is caring, affectionate, kind, considerate, compassionate, loving. Please speak to your son. Yeah.
I'm really, really sorry, son. I'm really sorry. It happened to you.
माँ को क्यों डराया माँ को भी तो डराया माँ को भी तो बहुत डराया
वो भी गलती हो गई उस time. But I really loved you both.
रखते थे, आप सबको डरा के रखते थे।
I really
मुझे
loved you
नहीं
both.
पसंद आपका इतना डोमिनेंस मुझे नहीं पसंद। किसी को खुल के बात करने
Dominance.
नहीं देते थे। I don't like it. मुझे पसंद नहीं है।
I'm sorry it happened. But I still love you a lot. I give you a lot of hugs. तभी hug मैं नहीं कर पाई आपको। लेकिन बस I love all of you. I love the whole family.
सुनना भी चाहिए, सुनने देना भी चाहिए ना।
हाँ, I agree with you. लेकिन आज मैं सुनने के लिए तैयार हूँ। जो भी बोलना है
मेरी
बोलो।
आवाज दबा दी आपने, मेरी आवाज दबा दी आपने, मेरी आवाज दबा दी।
आज खुल के बोलो, जो बोलना है बोल लो आज। मैं सुनने के लिए तैयार हूँ। आज मैं सुनने के लिए जो भी बोलो, आज मैं तैयार हूँ। तब जो हो गया, आई एम वेरी सॉरी अबाउट इट।
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you for all your dominance. सबको दबा के रखा। I hate you for that.
So, Father, are you willing to accept the hate that is being directed towards you?
Yes.
So please tell your son.
I accept whatever you're feeling for me now. I accept that. But I love you. And I accept you the way you are, exactly the way you are. कहाँ दर्द हो रहा है आपको?
Left of my chest.
क्या हो रहा है वहां पे?
बहुत ज्यादा hurt है।
और कुछ बोलना है तुम्हें?
Much of hurt stored there.
क्या वो आज डर निकल सकता है आज? आज हम खुल के बात कर सकते हैं आज। I accept whatever you're giving me today.
इसे जला दो, इसे जला दो।
किसे जला दे? डर को जला दे?
इसे
कैसे
जला
जला
दो।
दे?
I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
I'm giving it to you.
I accept it. और मैं जला देता हूँ।
I need some green rays in my throat.
Okay. Okay. So, is there somebody that you love and value? Son, is there somebody in your life that you love and value?
Yes, my mama. माँ चाहिए।
Mama चाहिए आपको? Okay. So I'm going to get somebody now in to play the role of Mama. Shrija, are you there? Can you please put it on? Yeah, okay.
दर्द अभी भी थोड़ा बाकी है, माँ का प्यार चाहिए।
Your mother is right here. And she's going to send you a lot of love and say some loving words to you. What you want to hear.
मैं हूँ आपके पास हमेशा। I'm here for you. I'm with you. No matter what, I'm with you.
Do you want to be touched in a particular place by your mother?
Yes, her right hand on my left of the chest and left hand on my head.
Okay. Right hand to the left of your left of your chest. The right hand, the left hand on your head. Okay. Feel it.
I am stroking you. सब ठीक हो जाएगा. कोई चिंता नहीं है. You are safe, you are protected, you are loved. कोई गुस्सा होल्ड नहीं करना है. कोई दुख होल्ड नहीं करना है. उसको उधर ही छोड़ देना है. उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड नहीं करना है. अभी बस इसी वक्त शांत मन से छोड़ देना है. मैं हूं ना. With all my love, blessings and prayers. With you always.
I'm happy. I just want to leave this space. I want to go into a better place. I'm happy. Let me go, please.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
both of you can just let her go towards light. Let him go towards light.
Yes.
Just pray.
Time for an onward journey. Beautiful.
Let the ancestral spirit of the grandfather leave us now. Please release Purnita from the role of the grandfather, Deepti.
Yes, I release Purnita from the role of the grandfather.
And I release you, Deepti, and I release Shrija also from the role of the father and the mother. Okay. So,
You know, the toffee ki jo baat nikli na, he used to give a toffee every day to me without fail at night. Every day. He used to come from work. He used to, and that's all I remember. He was 3 years old. Every day without fail, he used to give.
Thank you, Dipti. It means a lot for me. मैं हमेशा अपने वो channeling capacity को doubt करती हूँ. Somebody when asked for a akashic reading, I say कि पता नहीं आएगा या नहीं मुझे message. Even if something comes, I doubt. Am I channeling the proper thing? But Ma explored my whatever is within me. I got in a dream in the month of August, and Shiv Baba and Sai Baba clearly told me in that dream at like 3:45 in the morning, you have excellent mediumship quality within you, and you can channel like your friend Anita Chandwani. Like that, both of them came and said to me. I shared that to Ma also. Still I doubted.
No, don't follow me. After Anita, I only seen this magic, and you are doing that same magic.
More validation. The fear that came up, it is in the family. Because I do EFT, and fear aata hi hai, and somehow I can't get rid of the fear. Throughout expressing myself, it's difficult for me to express myself. So it's there.
There is this deep-seated grief and anger which I felt initially the moment it started.
Yes.
And it felt in this area. So there is this running in the family coming from.
Because I think he attracted because my grandmother also was very dominant over him. So I think he was running away from the dominance of his father, but then I think he attracted in my grandmother. So thank you.
Wonderful.
खाली थैंक यू कहने से क्या होएगा?
Would this heal now?
करो, एड्रेस लो, परिणीता का टॉफी चॉकलेट सेंड करो, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Ma'am, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Parinita was experiencing those emotions a lot.
Yes.
What kind of an impact do you think will it have on the person who's in that space of the constellation playing that role at that time?
She is also healing herself, Nidhi.
So it's something, okay, within her own self that called out for this particular constellation as well.
Absolutely. She too could be carrying fear, inability to express. And that's exactly what she is projecting, and she's healing herself while she's healing Deepti. And not only that, she's releasing the ancestral spirit that has caught Deepti. What we just did is what we call ancestral spirit releasement. That means Deepti has been plagued by the grandfather's spirit at a deeper level. Okay. Now, as Parinita is channeling the grandfather, as you notice, he said, I want to leave. So the spirit is actually left today at this moment. That particular energy of the grandfather has been with Deepti for a long, long, long time.
Or maybe waiting for Deepti to be able to wake up to healing that aspect of him, or she was the one who's supposed to heal him.
Correct, absolutely. So today, Deepti's grandfather is actually left. And he has not only left, but he has left Deepti. So now we have to see whether Deepti's chest, throat, neck, this region of her body starts getting a little stronger. Then we will know that the spirit has left her.
Deepti will be expressing better?
Yes, she will start expressing better. She won't have any, discomfort that she seems to be having. The weakness was because the spirit was actually working on the host body. In a very subtle level, the spirit was actually sucking the energy from the host body.
But also expressing oneself is a problem with my brother and sister both.
Correct. So now we have this exercise could help the brother and the sister both. So we have to wait and see now. It will take some
time. There is one more important thing. My parents had sent me to my grandparents, as you know, that to grow up with them. Or my grandfather always used to give me those olden times 1 rupee coin, 25 paise and all that. And he used to tell me, go and buy toffees from the shops. So at that time, there was a very cheap lozenge that is called orange flavored. I used to buy that and have it. I still am attracted towards that kind of toffees, orange flavored toffees. So just now when she told ki unke grandfather unko diya karte the, so I realized ki okay, my grandfather also used to give me those coins to buy lozenges.
So now you can see how the resonating field is coming together. This cannot be done cognitively. ये हम लॉजिकल रैशनल तरीके से काम नहीं कर सकते. वो उसका भी अपना एक इम्पोर्टेंस है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट उसका इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं है, ओके, बट एट द डीपेस्ट लेवल व्हेन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट वर्किंग, दिस इज हाउ द फील्ड वर्क्स. आई थिंक एवरीबody is understood now from this how the field is working. Okay,
here we see that every entity is connected. It's not just the family.
Yes, absolutely, beta. That is why I said the first line, everything is in everything.
Okay.
मैम आपने पहले जैसे किसी और का नाम अनाउंस किया था कि वो करेगी चैनलिंग, लेकिन वो थी नहीं बाय डिफॉल्ट, तो परिणीता के पास ही आना था ये चीज.
Correct.
this
तो ये
was a
अपने आप हो
wonderful-
रहा है मोनिका।
Yes, ma'am.
मैंने किसको चूज किया, फिर परिणीता को मैंने
Yes,
बोला,
ma'am.
श्रीजा को मैंने बोला, ये
Yes, ma'am.
ऐसा आपको लगता है कि मैं बोल रही
No, no, ma'am. ये
मुझे-
divine
पर
plan,
मुझसे-
divine
हाँ,
plan.
मुझसे बुलवाया जा रहा है कि भैया यही बोलो।
Yes, ma'am.
Correct है, हाँ। So that's
Thank you very much, Dr. Trupti, Pranita, and Shrija. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I think everybody's now got a general idea, right, about what constellation work is all about. It
मैंने
is,
तो ऐसे ही share किया था, that is a coincidence.
मैं वही कह रही हूँ कि because you said something, I said, okay, let us do
Yes.
a demo, है ना? तो ये कोई एक्शन प्लान में होता नहीं, ये अपने आप होता है। हाँ, ये मैंने कुछ और सोचा था पर आपने कुछ और ही सोच लिया, ठीक है? So anyway, let us end. Today's session was quite long and interesting, but I had another exercise I had planned with the body, but anyway, I think it's already 10 o'clock. I don't mind sitting longer, but I have no issue about that. You want to do?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Please, please, ma'am.
Okay.
I think I just have to sit on her head.
Okay, so let's do this very interesting constellation about the body, physical body. Okay. Now take a sheet of paper, use a pencil. Okay, now
नहीं कुछ नहीं रखना है, सिर्फ चटनी रख दे, चटनी भी थोड़ी।
चलो अभी this has to be Monica, उसकी आवाज मोनिका की आवाज थी वो।
मैं नहीं हूँ, मैं तो आराम से बैठी हुई हूँ पेन लेकर।
Sorry, then कोई और था फिर।
No,
अच्छा चटनी नहीं, चलो छोड़ो। Okay, now this is a very interesting constellation. Take a sheet of paper and draw the organs of your body which are ailing. आपके भीतर जो भी organs है body के जो ठीक नहीं है, छोटे छोटे टुकड़े करिए उस चिट्ठी के, शीट ऑफ पेपर के, और उसके ऊपर ऑर्गन के नाम लिखिए। जैसे मैंने लिखा है आई, रिस्ट, वर्टिब्रा, नी। मैंने आपको सिर्फ गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल। So write the names like this.
Do it for my dad.
Huh?
Can I do it for my dad? This organ thing?
Yeah, okay. Do it for your dad.
So sorry, Dr. Trupti. So you just write on the piece of paper, say, say for example, my hand is paining.
So you have to have three, four organs, na? 3, 4 parts of your body. Like throat hai, hand hai, jo bhi hai, theek hai na? So any weak part of your body, please write the names in separate bits, chits of paper.
Okay.
अलग अलग चिट ऑफ पेपर पे वो ऑर्गन का नाम लिखिए या पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी का नाम लिखिए। Sorry, organ या part of the body. Okay. Now, once you do that, I want you to place it. You can do it 2 ways. One is you can place the chits on the floor. वो आप कर सकते हैं, या उसको टेबल पे प्लेस कर सकते हैं। You can place the chits on the table or you can place the chits on the floor. जैसे आप करना चाहें, ठीक है? Now, if you place the chits on the floor, then you can move. अगर आप टेबल पे प्लेस करते तो थोड़ा मतलब आपको वो ऑर्गन के साथ बात करनी है ना। The organs have to talk to each other. The parts of the body have to talk to each other. ठीक है ना? So that means you will have to be the eye, you will have to be the wrist, you will have to be the lumbar spine, है ना? तो अगर आप फ्लोर पे प्लेस करते हैं तो फिर आप मूव कर सकते हैं। अदरवाइज आपको टेबल पे ही मूवमेंट करनी पड़ेगी। And you'll have to imagine that you are the wrist, you are this, you are that. Got the idea? Everybody got the idea, right? Yeah, this group is very bright. I don't have to worry much. So now stand, and now I'm giving you 5 to 7 minutes. You'll need that much time. Okay, आपको 10 मिनट चाहिए इस एक्सरसाइज के लिए। So आप खड़े हो जाइए या आप अपने ऑर्गन्स के साथ बात करिए। So Shrija is doing it for her father, right? So you will obviously have to be the father, standing in each organ. ठीक है, तो करो। Now quietly do the exercise. Step into the part of the body or the organ. See what the organ is telling you. It is saying something to you. Maybe it needs something. Maybe it wants something. Maybe it is upset about something, some emotion that it is holding. Maybe it wants forgiveness. Maybe it wants something. So be that part of the body. Now take your time. So each of you just begin to notice how every organ of your body is responding. And which is that organ that needs your maximum care? जहां से आपकी healing start हो सकती है. Okay, Ratna. What is your left hand and shoulder telling you? What is it telling you? What is it that it needs the most to heal?
I think I have taken too much responsibility. I feel my hand is saying just leave something, leave some for the universe. Don't take all the responsibilities on yourself. My shoulder and my left hand is really in pain.
So how would you like to drop the responsibility? Can you think of a way in which you can drop the responsibility? Would you like to drop it in the sea, in the ocean? Would you like to let it take a flight? Would you like to make it light?
I want to drop in the ocean, in water.
Okay. Do you want to give it a shape, a color, a texture?
Maybe flowers.
Okay, that's nice. Flowers, okay. And how many flowers would you like to drop in the ocean?
Full of my hands, both the hands.
Okay, so I want you to now think of all the flowers. What color are these flowers?
It's blue, red, yellow, purple, white.
Okay, so
different colors.
Right, so just think of all those flowers and just feel that they're dropping in the ocean. From what height would you like to drop them? Would you like to go close to the water? Would you like?
I want to go close to the water.
Okay, so you can go.
I want to go inside the water and drop the flowers.
Okay, okay. So do that, do that.
But my hand is paining.
Yeah, your hand is paining, yes. It is going to pain, no, Papa? You've held on to the responsibility for such a long time, but your hand is not used to being light. It is used to being heavy. वो भारीपन जो है वो दर्द दे रहा है आपके हाथों को.
मैम
हल्का करना है.
पिछले 3 महीनों से मुझे इतना दर्द दे रहा है कि एक भी रात I can't sleep properly.
Yeah.
Mom, I am feeling giddiness.
Yeah, okay, okay. Hold on. Let me finish with one person. So
पता नहीं कौन सी एक्स्ट्रा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली है, मुझे तो मालूम नहीं है, बट ये दर्द ने ना मुझे सब भुला दिया, ऐसा लगता है मुझे।
ये बरसों का दर्द है, ये आज का दर्द थोड़ी ना है, बरसों का दर्द है, पुराना दर्द है। जैसे पुराना जख्म कैसे होता है, नासूर बन जाता है ना, तो इसी तरह से ये पुराना दर्द है, बहुत पुराना। शायद जन्म जन्म से तुमने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ली है, कई जन्मों से रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तुमने कंधों पे ली है, हाथों में ली है, किसी का हाथ पकड़ना छोड़ना नहीं।
मुझे ऐसा लगता है मेरे ऊपर चारों तरफ से प्रेशर पड़ता है इमोशनली, तुम्हें करना चाहिए, इट्स योर ड्यूटी, यू हैव टू डू दिस, ये हैव टू डू मुझे ज्यादा प्रेशराइज करता है।
राइट, तो या
हैव टू डू से मुझे निकलना है।
करेक्ट बेटा, इसका हाथ पकड़ो, उसका हाथ पकड़ो, पकड़ पकड़ के तेरे हाथ थक गए अभी।
यस मैम।
है ना, तो अभी छोड़ो, हाँ, लेट इट गो। ओपन योर हैंड्स, ओपन योर फिंगर्स, हल्का कर अब इन हाथों को, है ना। वजन लेना नहीं है तुम अब किसी का, ना किसी की परेशानी लेनी है, सब अपनी परेशानी खुद ले भाई, जो भी आपकी उम्र है। हाँ, जस्ट let it go, let the flowers go now, enough is enough. Just release it, take your time, take about 5-7 minutes. Yes, Sri Lakshmi, you're feeling giddy, just stay in that space of giddiness, let the giddiness reduce, giddiness को एकदम reduce होने दो। As you stay steady, the giddiness will automatically reduce. Just don't run away from giddiness, let it come and let it go. Ratna, you also let the pain get released. Dhire, 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 let the pain start getting released. Just let it go. Keep letting go. जाने दो। और प्यार करो उस। I'm sorry, हाथ, तुमने बहुत वजन उठाया सबका, किसी का दर्द, किसी की तकलीफ, किसी की परेशानी, मैं अब नहीं उठाऊंगी। हाँ वर्षा, if you keep yawning non-stop, obviously you're getting deeper, your organs are actually getting in a state of relaxation. If the yawning is there, the organs are becoming relaxed. So let the yawning continue. Let the organs start relaxing themselves. Okay. So just release that, Ratna. Halka karo apne shoulders ko, apne haathon ko. Let the pain keep going away. Yes, Bhavna, that's good. Very good.
So,
keep doing it. Just relax. Just relax. Yeah. Let all our organs function the way they are supposed to function. Yes, Nishita, my dear. Feel fear. Yeah, okay. So let the, whatever sensation you are having, let it wash itself out. Vomiting, good. Sri Lakshmi, the giddiness is leading to vomiting sensation now. Let it completely wash itself. Don't run away from the sensation. Feel it till it leaves you. Feel it till it leaves you. It may take 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Feel it till it leaves you completely. We don't want to distract it. कि ये करो, वो करो, मैं कुछ नहीं करना है, हमें उसको let it just complete its cycle. पता नहीं कब से ये cyclic pattern शुरू हुई थी of illness, disease, है ना? तो उस cyclic pattern को हमें खत्म करना है. You will feel it going away. Take your time. It's like, yeah, Param. So don't, maybe you are also having that Ratna Jaisa hai na? So that's why you are also having the same sensation. So both of you are working on each other also. Hai na? Keep doing it. You have to have a lot of patience when you do this work. You will feel when the whole thing washes itself, there'll be this lightness in your body, in your organs. You'll feel thoughtless. एक thoughtless स्थिति आ जाएगी when the whole body is washing itself out. मेडिटेटिव लाइक स्थिति के अंदर आप प्रवेश कर रहे हैं. How are you feeling, Ratna?
मैम हेवीनेस तो निकल गई है.
Good.
बस मसल्स हील हो रही है, इसलिए वो एक स्ट्रेंथ है. आई कैन फील दैट स्ट्रेंथ. मसल्स हील हो रही है.
होने दो.
आई बिलीव जल्दी ये भी ठीक होगा.
Of course, होने ही वाला है ठीक.
आई एम फीलिंग वेरी लाइट. थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू सो मच.
Okay, so everybody can just rub your hands a little, relax.
Ma, I finished.
Sorry. Yeah, you can again unmute करके बात कर लो. मैंने भी म्यूट किया सबको इसलिए.
अच्छा मैम, तो आई गॉट सम इंट्यूटिव आइडियाज कि मुझे कैसे खत्म करना है. सो आई गॉट नाइस कंक्लूजन आल्सो. सो आई फिनिश्ड माय सेल्फ. ओके, थैंक यू.
Good, very good. Okay, so everybody has understood about family constellation, body constellations. ऐसे कई अलग अलग किस्म के हम constellations कर सकते हैं. Like बच्चों के लिए कर सकते हैं, पेरेंट्स के लिए कर सकते हैं, फिजिकल बॉडी के लिए कर सकते हैं, एंसेस्ट्रल स्पिरिट के लिए हम कॉन्स्टेलेशंस कर सकते हैं. एंड so I'm for the first time going to be doing this Family Ancestral Spirit Release Constellation Workshop in Delhi, March 17th, 18th and 19th मैंने decide किया है. If you wish to register for this workshop, you can call up the office. Of course, you all have my office number. And you can attend the Delhi conference, the Constellation workshop. It's only going to be in Delhi this year. 3 दिन का मैं करने वाली हूँ. Therapist, people who wish to learn more about constellation work, because this is a vast field. बहुत बड़ा field है ये. आप देख सकते हैं कि virtually it was so powerful. तो आप imagine कर सकते हैं physically जब हम ये काम करते हैं तो कितना powerful होता है. I would like some of my advanced masters to talk about it, about how they've experienced the Rishikesh and what kind of amazing. I have videos, but I didn't want to show it today. बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. But
I want to ask something, ma'am.
Sunita, बोलो बेटा.
So I have heard about sadhu cursing my father-in-law. And my father-in-law is 98 now. He's not willing to leave, but somehow drag ho rahi hai unki life. So I just want to understand ki with this process, will it be possible for me to release him of that curse, because that curse might be, या effect कर ही रहा होगा, might be क्या जरूर कर रहा होगा, because उन्होंने पूरे family को curse किया था. So is it possible for me to work on this to release this curse?
Yes, absolutely, Sunita. See, it's not necessary for the person to be present in the constellation or be part of the constellation, right? Now you've understood the philosophy behind it, right? So it is possible for you to work on this because you know about it, correct? And when you do a physical constellation, like यहाँ पे आपने observe किया, तो physical constellation अलग होता है because आप movement करते हैं उसमें, physical movement होती है ना? So it is like as if you are moving the magnetic field of your family.
Understood.
तो वैसे होता है उसमें.
Okay.
मैं ये papers को जला दूं क्या?
हाँ, you can burn it. It's okay.
May I ask a question, please?
Yeah, Seema, bolo.
Suppose there is abundance issue in the family, or people getting stuck in the family, not able to move forward in career or in that way. So can we heal that also with this?
Like I said, beta, anything the family is stuck with or it is repeating in people's lives. Just say the father is having problems with wealth, the son is having a lot of struggle, the children are also having a lot. It's the same thing like fear. Like there are some people who have fear of snakes. Even the father has fear of snakes, the son has fear of snakes, right? So it is anything that is repeating like a pattern in the family. That is because it is carrying forward. So see, it's like this, you know. Generally हम क्या सोचते हैं कि हमें you know, what should I say, हम जाके पूजा पाठ करते हैं, है ना, पितृ दोष, right? So what are we doing? We are working with actually पितृ दोष only. हम पितृ दोष के साथ ही काम करें, पर हम पूजा पाठ नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are changing. See, mantra jap also changes the frequency. Correct. But what we are doing is we are taking alive people, to change the frequency. So you can understand the difference. That's what's important to understand.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It was wonderful. As always, you're always very good listeners. And so I'm always happy to talk to this group because you all imbibe, you all ask questions, you all understand, and then you utilize. So ये चारों चीजें बहुत important है for personal and spiritual growth. So thank you so much for being here, and keep
ma'am. It was a great
enjoying.
Ma'am, it was amazing.
Thank you
I
so
never
much.
knew one could heal so many people in Ancestral as well. as relatives.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much.
Thank you again, Dr. Fruki, Porinita, Shrija. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Anytime,
Ivan.
anytime.